Hey Project Fam, welcome back to another video. I do love summertime. So over the next, I would say 8 weeks, I'm going to give you updates to my outdoor garden, which includes my self-watering containers. Oh, by the way, if you want to know where the beginning of the self-watering container video start, here it is. I've been using these self-watering containers now for, 4, 5, 6, 7 seasons. And every season before I plant my herbs and vegetables, I need to get the soil ready. So here's the video where I got my soil ready for the new plants. And since I love these self-watering containers so much, I built 4 more. And I'm going to show you exactly how I did it in this video. And after all the containers have been built, I had to go shopping, but not to the big box stores. As a matter of fact, check out this video for some plant buying secrets. And for those who are wondering, what in the world does this update have to do with me riding the four-wheeler? Absolutely nothing. This is just some cool B-roll that I shot when I was in the country and never released it. Now, the majority of you are not going to watch all the videos. I know because I see the analytics. So if you're just curious to know what happens in this video, here it goes. This is my chocolate reaper. That's my surprise. I think I'm going to give this one away. It looks pretty good in this pot. We've harvested kale twice already, and it still looks really good. I'm looking for holes and things of that nature. See that moth? It is trying to lay its little eggs. We don't like the moths. This is cabbage. Oh my! Look at this. Look at the cabbage. This is cabbage. Took off, and what I like about it, very little holes in the leaves, not a lot. And I'm still looking for some pests. Oh, see one right there? That's one right there. So they are trying. So I have to go through. I see you. All right, so jalapenos, these guys look okay, not too spectacular. But peppers take a while to grow. Like this Scotch bonnet, again, this looks really good. Chocolate Reaper looks okay. Jalapeno Huge is getting really good. And these are all habaneros. Some look good, some don't. I think we lost one back here. I do see a lot of ants and things. I don't know, maybe the soil is getting attacked by the soil, but that's got to come out. Everything else looks good. We got our chocolate reaper over here. Looks good. Thick cayenne. Thick cayenne was not topped, so I am growing this one without topping it just to show you the differences. This habanero looks really thick, like you can see, all thick. So I will continue to remove leaves that have holes in it because I need to make room for new growth anyway. So this is the chocolate reaper. This grew so much, I don't even know what it is. It looks like, can you see that? I'm gonna pull it out, collard greens. All right, let's move this tag up front. Very interesting. All right, this is my chocolate mint. Nothing to see here. I think that's my kiwi and my strawberry coming toward the end of the season. I don't think the strawberry is doing any more, but I didn't really take care of this container this year. These are my blueberries. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Starting to ripen a little bit. And on my mysterious tree, I do think this is a tree. I just don't know what it is. I feel like I planted it, but I don't know. So I'm gonna give it one more year to let me know what it is before I move it out of this container. Habaneros that came from the house. This is my sweet mint. You know. That's sweet mint. That's good. So not only that, right next door, I got the lemon balm. So this is older lemon balm. Are these clovers? Is clovers trying to hang in here? Yeah. Get out of there. And this is the lemon balm I bought this year. They look like two different strains actually. Different shaped leaves almost. One is lighter than the other. Let me see what there's a difference in potency. Yeah, it's not, that one's not as strong. Let me try this one. Oh my gosh. That one's good. And I knew that. I'm just thinking that over time, maybe the lemon balm that I bought this year might find its lemon. No, hit the puppies. All right, let's keep it moving. All right, so tomatoes are doing what tomatoes do. Oh my. They're really taking over. All right, so now we get to start second guessing placement in the containers, because I have this tomato plant that's doing what tomatoes do, but it's taking all the sun away from my thick cayenne over here, and that's a problem. So it's stunting the growth of my thick cayenne. So maybe I shouldn't have put anything in these tomato containers, because oh my, this is just moving. And I really think I might need to stake or extend this a little higher. We'll figure that out. Not sure yet. What's here? Okra. Oh my, look at that. Hello okra, what you doing here? What you doing here? Okay, that looks really good. All right, these are my collards. Again, looking for holes in the leaves. If you see a hole, you'll find a problem. There's my problem right there. See it? So we don't want that around. If you find a hole, you'll find the problem. Let's look over here. I don't see this one, not so obvious. Oh man, this one is getting my yeah. And I'll have to look a little harder to find those pests. That's all I'm looking for is a worm. Alright, and what is this, my friend? This is my romaine. I think we did a little harvest. We do need to clean this up a little bit. Alright, you don't, oh, come on. Make sure that you get all the dead and troubled souls off. This is interesting. This never took off. It's my my marigold. I don't know. Alright, that looks good. This is my assorted sweet pepper. So over here, so we topped it. And the first thing it did is it starts sending shoots over here, over there. Alright, let's pull out these leaves that have holes in it or turning brown. My red pepper looks really good. Green pepper looks good. As a matter of fact, was this topped? Yes, it was topped. Was it? Wait a minute. I don't think this was topped. Alright, so we're going to top it. See, it's starting already to grow peppers, and I don't want it to grow peppers yet. I want it to keep growing tall. Did I top it? That's really hard to see. I'm topping it now. See, pull that off. Anything that's starting to grow peppers, I'm topping it. See, these peppers, gonna top this too. Sorry guys, not ready yet. This is my little herb container. Yeah, this sage could have took over this whole container. Sage is really doing well. Really doing well. Lavender again, looks good. That's the color. What color is that? Lavender, lavender. And the basil, really thick. I don't think we're doing anything with the basil. And I think we're using the lemon thyme. I like it, I do. All right, what else do we have here? We have Brussels sprouts, aka golf balls. Yeah, I gotta be very careful with these leaves too, because they're starting to have some holes in it. I need to look really hard for the pests, get them out of there, and I don't know, might be starting to form something right in the middle there, the Brussels sprouts, little balls. And we did a huge harvest to this last week, and you can see we cut the entire stalk off because I need to see what would happen. And it looks like it's trying to regrow, but I'd rather just take off the exterior leaves and harvest those. Not bad. Everything looks good. All right. So interesting. I mean, these are all these fruit plants that I bought. I thought they died. They were being attacked by bugs. You know what? The blueberry, look at this. Doesn't want to go yet. I'm gonna let that rock. The rest of them have nothing. So I might be recycling those containers. All right, my lemon looks fine. Nothing to see here. Again, you see a leaf that looks like it's troubled. Take it off. Of course, you want to try and figure out why it's like that, or why the leaves are curling like that, or why they're turning brown like that. We might even try harvesting some of this. Got a couple. Got one over there, one over there. Any others? No others. The lime looks good. And again, this is my lemon. Alright, same situation out front. Mixing tomatoes with plant containers, because tomatoes take up so much of the nutrients in the soil and they need to be watered so much that I think they're overpowering my peppers that are shared in the same container. Like jalapeno just gave up and said, I'll try again next year. This Carolina Reaper actually looks pretty decent, but it's not growing tall. It's not growing tall. So that could be the lesson about nutrients. And now this ghost pepper is actually looking pretty good, and this has not been topped at all. So let's top it here, and we'll top it over here also, because as you can see, this guy was ready to flower and grow peppers. So we're ready. And I'll probably move some of these tomato leaves out of the way. Like I'll actually trim them off. Tomatoes, oh my gosh, tomatoes gonna be fine. Just to see, this is how much I took off. Just to make sure that this is still getting adequate light. And all of these tomatoes need to be supported again because they're growing taller than the cage. The cage is here. It's another 12 inches above the cage already. So what I typically do is put another cage on top, and then I have to support that cage because that's pretty tall. This is the only tomato plant that will not grow tall. This is a patio container, and this does not look well at all. It could be because I don't have a cage on it, or it's just not a good breed of plant. Patio container. You know, in comparison, I mean, look, you know, wheat container, patio container. And same deal here. My habaneros, they look healthy, but I think they're losing out on light. So I'm gonna take this off out of the way. I'm gonna take this out of the way. I just want to make sure that these plants that are sharing the same container for this season are getting sunlight. All right, and put this on a to-do list. Still haven't done anything with those. How's this guy doing? Little house plant. Any bugs? Soil is moist. No creepy crawlies. This was also, looks like, oh, it was topped already. See the little crust right there? It was topped. But it has a ton of leaves, so let's start removing some of these leaves. And try and get it jump started to grow. Like I said, I'm killing two birds with one stone. I'm removing the leaves that don't look great, so the plant won't continue to send its energy to those bad leaves. Yeah, there's something in there, but that's okay. We're expecting some rain, so I better put this in a place and maybe take it inside. So what can you do with a muffin container from Sam's Club? You can grow stuff in it. So the reason why all of these little, I think this is mint, is growing to the right is I actually had it on that end of the table and the light wasn't directly over it, so I'm giving it direct sunlight, so by next week they're going to start growing straight up, and I think that's what it is. Ooh, there's still more in here. Interesting. So I have mint, and this looks like a takeout container, not as plentiful, but lemon balm. And what I do is every couple of days I get a spray bottle and lightly just mist it, close it back. If you actually water it, you might dislodge the seeds that are trying to germinate. Friends next door barking at me, but that's all right. Let's do a quick look. Ooh. So my okra, again, dry. This is gonna need some irrigation. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4 okra plants. It's, oh my gosh, not only is it dry, look at it, it's trying to come out the ground. Ah, I gotta add some more topsoil and do something with that. See, that's the net wall. That's what the net wall looks like. Jalapeno looks okay. Pull off some of these dead leaves. Was it topped yet? Yep, it was topped already, so it's good to go. And this is my cayenne thin. Looks fine, was already topped. This Reaper was not topped yet, so let's top this one now. Top it right here, done. Pull off a couple of the leaves, which helps promote growth. Yeah, so that's gonna be fine. And this is my huge jalapeno. These guys want some nutrients today. This one's looking dry, leaves are starting to curl, so we got to do something about that. And did I top this? Yep, this one's topped already. So these guys are just suffering because they're not getting the proper moisture. Cayenne thick, jalapeno huge. They look healthy, but I know it's dry because the soil is dry. Now I'm gonna head over to these collards, right? Because they're getting eaten. Little happy white thing. Yep. Yep. See it? They're trying to take over. So maybe I'll come back with some neem oil and take care of that. And that's the outdoor bed. Bottom line, outdoor bed needs irrigation because I'm not as diligent in watering these every day like I should be, so I got to figure out a plan for that. And when it comes to letting mint grow wild, yeah, I haven't even started the fight yet. I feel like I'll just find a spot and just let it grow wild, but I'm not going to disturb it. This is another project. This is another project. I feel like what I'd like to do is to clean out all of those little trees along that fence, because that is a decent slope and that's a nice way of me walking down here next to the fence. So that's probably what I'll do. So there you have it. That's my update for this week. The only thing I really need to do is to make sure that I water the outdoor raised beds, provide additional support to the tomatoes. I'll show you what I mean. So I have these tomato cages, right? So the tomato cages, what I'll do is I'll set the tomato cage on top of the existing cage, and that'll give me another 2.5 feet of growth. But when I do that, it becomes very top heavy. So now I have to support that cage and make sure it works out. So that's really all I'm gonna do this weekend. Give it some water and support the tomatoes. All right, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to share this with like-minded gardeners and subscribe if you haven't already done so. A lot of new projects, and frankly, the hydroponic containers are growing like crazy. My outdoor containers will get some type of irrigation, so that's a new project to the channel. It's a lot coming down, so stay tuned. Let's see how we doing with the lemon balm. How's the soil? It is, oh my gosh, it's dry. Yeah, I know we're expecting some rain, but I need to keep watering this, otherwise it's just gonna dry out. Not just that one, but all of them. This one looks a little better. Nope, still dry. They all look dark, like they're fine, but man, they're dry. They're drier than dry. So I'm gonna give this a little water before I leave. Now this is a container I didn't know what to do with, but at the very least I wanted to keep it moist. So what I did was, since it has holes in the bottom, I put it in a bucket, put some water in the bucket, and that's how I'm keeping it alive until I figure out where I'm going to put it. That's another container of sweet mint. I could have grabbed this container, but I don't know, for some reason I always think about putting another container somewhere in the yard, another raised bed for sweet mint. Or maybe do I put it in the yard as an experiment and let it grow wild over the cliff? I don't know. I think I found the holy basil. One of my pet peeves is having plants without tags, and I found this plant without a tag, and when I pluck off a leaf and I smell it, it smells like licorice. I kid you not. I think I found the holy basil. Hey Project Fam, well, I'm not even sure what I found, but it sure smells good. I wonder if I can put that in food or maybe make candy with it. Okay, I digress. Hey, thank you so much for watching this update. Feel free to leave a comment. You notice I don't always ask for comments because sometimes I don't want to hear what y'all have to say. Thank you for watching, and until next week's update.